Hey everyone, uh, I'm again really excited that you guys have just joined the third day of this workshop, and thank you so much, guys. So I'm just getting started. So just I'd like to know if anyone from the audience uh, can, if anyone from the audience can just confirm me that the sound is good and everything is just fine. So I'm just waiting for your signal. Okay. Thank you so much, Gopal. I can see everything is fine. You guys can hear me well. Thank you so much. So, guys, just welcome Mukul to the workshop again. Welcome Raghavendran. Again, welcome to this workshop. Good evening, guys. And I think you guys had a good day today. And we are going to start this workshop. And so before getting started, I'd like to share a few of my things that is related to my professional journey. And Some Raghavendran is saying that today we have slight noise. Okay, let me figure it out. What's the issue?
Is the voice clear now? Can anyone from the audience can confirm me? Is my voice clear enough now? Uh, just comment so we can start the thing. Just comment. I'm waiting for you guys. Okay, great. So I think I am audible enough for you guys, and there is no noise, background noise. So that's very nice. Okay, so we'll move forward. What I was telling that before getting started in this workshop, before getting started at 3D modeling, the actual 3D modeling today, we are just I will just share few of my experience, few of my professional experience that I had completed so far after my graduation, after I had finished my college. I mean BTech. So okay. Since you all of you guys know that I work as a freelancer, right? I work as a full-time freelancer. So I work on lots of projects, like the projects related to, it may be related to mechanical design, it may sometimes it related to architectural design, and most of the times it is related to product design and manufacturing. Since I'm very much interested in 3D printing and all these things, so I also work on projects related to 3D printing. Some are paid, some I just do for my hobby. So this is how the things is going. So I just I just want to tell you that from where I had started my journey. So when I had graduated from my college, I had just joined a company at a very small salary, because the mechanical industry is like that only. If you are not from a big college, if you don't get the campus placement, then you have to start from scratch. And when we say scratch means it's very small amount. You have to start with that amount. There is no option available. You have to gain experience, then gradually you will increase in your career. So this is how it worked. But what I did, side by side, I also start working as a freelancer. I had started looking for how I can earn extra money using my skills, but I was not interested in this affiliate marketing and all these things like digital marketing and all these things. I was mostly interested in doing something that is related to my mainstream, because I believe that if I had completed my engineering, if I had completed mechanical engineering, then I should always focus on those subjects. Because if I will go in some other domain or something else, then that will not make a value, right? Since I had on my personally, uh, uh, I had used lots of resources. I mean, I will say that I had used lots of resources to complete my graduation. So if I will just choose the another domain, so everything will be get wasted. That's why I had chosen to continue this domain, and I had started finding that how I can earn some extra money using my mainstream skill. So this is how it all started. I started looking for, and then I found a website called freelancer.com. I think most of you are already aware of that. So it's just a website where you can hire someone from anywhere around the world. You can hire from different countries and anything. And in the same manner, there are people also who are looking for the work from all over the world. They are looking for, they do have multiple kind of skills, like it may be related to engineering, it may be related to graphics design, it may be related to animation, or maybe anything like data entry, singing, dancing, or it may be anything. So whatever the skill that is that the people can sell, they are on the freelancer.com. So from freelancer.com, my journey has been started. So I will just say the small analytics of my freelancer account. I'm not doing this that I wanted to promote freelancer.com, I want you to join freelancer.com. I'm just sharing that, yeah, this is how I had started. And yeah, I just wanted to say, that's why, to just to motivate you. So if you guys want to see uh, a little snapshot about my journey, just press thumbs up, or maybe write yes on the comment box, so I will able to understand, okay, you guys want to know that. So I will just continue on that. So just comment. I will just take a 1 minute break here. Okay, so I got the signal. So in my first video, I remember that Raghavendran, I think, has commented that video is paused. Let me check. No, the video is working fine. I can see that. I can also see the stream. Maybe because of your internet is not good. Just try to reset your internet. Okay, so we'll move forward. Uh, okay, sir. So there is a small. So the Mihir is asking that what topics will we cover today. So the Mihir, we will cover the 3D modeling today. So in the last two videos we had covered about the user interface and the sketching features, and then in today's video we are going to just start with the actual 3D modeling. So I'm just taking few just 2 or 3 minutes to explain a little bit about myself, or just to motivate you about my journey. So this in the same manner, if you want, you can just follow up. Okay, so I think the video is working fine. I can see that. Anyway, just we'll just move forward. So what I was telling, that how I had started my journey through freelancer.com. So here is the screenshot. Here is the screenshot of my analytics. That is I'm directly showing into my account. Here you can see this is my freelancer account that I had just logged in, and this is my marketing. Sorry, not marketing analytics. This is my earning analytics. Here you can see user statistics, and this is how much the money that I had made in freelancer.com so far. So this is not a very big amount, because here you can see that I had joined freelancer.com, I think back in 2016 or 17, and from the 3, 4, 4 or 5 years I was able to make this much amount of money. So here you can see we also got that which one is the major skill that I had used to earn money. So based on the softwares also, here you can see that it has been categorized that, okay, I was able to make this much amount of money using this particular skill. So I just wanted to give you this snapshot. So this is just my earning from one single platform. So this is just okay. Mihir is asking what about freeform and surfacing segment. So that we will cover in fourth day of the webinar. So if you are just really interested in that part, then I think today will be not a good start for you, because if you are already a Fusion 360 user, just come back tomorrow, because we will be covering that tomorrow. Okay, so now we are here. So here you can see the major skill that I had used to earn is the AutoCAD. Here you can see, and after that I had few more skills like 3D modeling, CAD cam. So this is just from one single platform I was able to earn this much of money. And apart from this, I also work on other platforms like Fiverr.com, if you are already aware of that. And I also have some direct clients, uh, with whom I'm working on different kind of projects that are also really paying me well in this lockdown. My earning has not been stopped. Even I was able to earn a good amount because when everything is closed, people start hiring the remote workers more. So that's why it boosted my business. It boosted my earnings. So this is how I am going. So okay, now we are coming back to Fusion 360. That was just for to motivate you. Now we are coming back to Fusion 360. So in the first two videos, we had learned about the UI, the user interface of the software, and in the second video, we had learned about the sketching, that how we can do the correct, make the correct sketch that will be completely constrained, and also that how we can do that in a good manner so that things will be very good for us to control everything at any point of time. So I think Mihir is saying that, sir, it's quite overwhelming to get the first freelance job. Can you give some tips for the same? Yes, Mihir, I will keep giving my tips, but not in this particular video, because if I start talking about the freelancing and all these things in the whole video, that will be very unuseful, because this workshop is completely related to Fusion 360. So after we will finish this 5-day workshop, after that maybe I'm going to launch a small kind of workshop about freelancing also, where I will be helping you to get your first project. It may be on either freelancer.com, fiverr.com, or it may be other direct client. So I will help you with that, but after this workshop, not on this workshop. So I think you will bear with me. So okay, we'll move on. So here you can see this is my Fusion 360. So we had already talked about the UI and the sketching. So now we are going to do some actual 3D modeling in a correct manner. So I'm going to use three simple models that I had already downloaded. So I will just open those, all the three models that we are going to do, and they are just simple. We are going to practice all the three today. So we will try to be as much quick as possible. So here you can see this is the first image. It is very simple kind of thing, and we will just model this thing in Fusion 360. And the second image is this one. This is also very simple, and the third image is this one. This is also very simple. So we are going to finish these three sketches, these 3D models in Fusion 360 in front of you live on this class. So if you can just follow up with the same on Fusion 360 after this class, that will be good learning for you. So just try to follow up after this class and come back tomorrow with your questions or the problems you are having in your Fusion 360 modeling process. So we'll start with this first sketch here. Here you can see this is the object one. So I will just open my Fusion 360. I will go inside the project folder that we had created in the first day of this workshop. So I will just go inside that. And okay, so before getting started, I just want you, all of you, to just comment a start, so I will able to understand that okay, you guys are following me here right now. Sorry guys, the camera has been little relocated. I'm just resetting it again. I'm sorry. Actually, I had just pasted in it on the wall and it had just fallen away from there, the double-sided glue tape. Anyway, no problem. So we'll move forward. So here is the folder. Here you can see this is the folder, and we will just save this drawing first with a name called the first drawing name, that is object one. So we'll just going to use the third folder that we had created, because this is our third day. So we'll open this folder and we'll save this drawing inside this folder, and we'll write a name object one. Here you can see it's very simple. I had just written object one, and the location is also confirmed. It's inside Fusion 360 workshop project and inside the third folder. So it's great. I will just click on save here, and the moment I had clicked on save here, you can see the object, the drawing has been renamed, and it has also reflected here. So it has been saved. Okay. So I had seen your comments that you guys want me to start. Thank you. So we are moving on. So now we come back to our sketch. So here is our sketch. Here you can see. So this sketch is actually the three view of a single 3D model. The first one is the plan view, I mean the top view. The second one is the front view, and the third one is the side view. So we have to assume using these three sketches that what kind of 3D model is this. From the sketch here, you can understand that the width of the object here is 80 millimeters, and the length total from this drawing you can see that it's 120 millimeter. So the first we have to create is 80 millimeter by 120 millimeter of a cube with a height of 20 millimeters, right? So that will do now. So we'll come back to Fusion 360. We'll click, we'll close this data panel here. We'll click on this create a sketch. We'll select the plane on which we want to create our sketch. So this is the top plane. So we'll click on here. So the plane has been activated, right? Now since here you can see we are not normal to the plane, so we'll select the look at option here. First we'll turn on the origins. We'll select the plane, look at normal here, then click on the plane. So now we are normal to that plane. Okay, so the next thing is we'll create a rectangle. So we'll go to the rectangle by clicking here on this create option. Then we had this rectangle, then we got this center rectangle. So this time we are going to use the center rectangle option. So just click on here, the center rectangle option. The tool is active here, you can see that. And if I click, I have to select the origin. Since it's a center rectangle, so I have to specify the center point first. So I will select this point as a center point, then I will drag outside and I will leave it, just click outside. So it is, so this rectangle is created. I don't know the dimensions yet. I will provide the dimensions now, but I had just randomly clicked anywhere on the space. Now I will activate my dimension tool. I can activate this tool from here. Either I can activate this tool from here, or we can also use the keyboard shortcut D, right? So I will activate this tool from here, dimension tool, and then dimension this as 120 millimeters, right? I will write 120 and will press enter. So here you can see the things has been adjusted. Now this one is 80 millimeters, so I will write 80 and will press enter. So here you can see the sketch is constrained now. If I expand the sketch folder, here you can see the sketch is constrained now. Now I can click on finish the sketch and I will click on home view. Now we have to give it a height of 20 millimeters, because in the drawing we can see that it's the 20 millimeter height, right? This base is 20 millimeter height. This complete base is 20 millimeter height. So I will just use that. I will use this extrude tool. This extrude tool is actually to give any of your object to a 3D shape. I mean, it's a 2D sketch right now. It is not having any kind of height. So if you want to give height to this 2D sketch, you can use the extrude tool. To give height to any of the thing, you always have to use this extrude tool. If you hover over this tool, you will be able to read all the description of this tool. So what you can do with this tool. So it's very easy. If you want to understand any of the tool, just hover over the tool and keep it for a few seconds, and it will give you a complete description of that tool. So that is also easy for us. So for now I am going to extrude this portion. So I will click on this extrude. Then here you can see since there is a single profile, the profile is automatically selected. If I want to select a different profile, I can deselect it from here. Then I can click on the profile that I want to select. So this is the inside profile that I want to extrude. So I can click on anywhere inside this profile. So I will click on here. So you can see the profile has been selected here. Then we always have to keep start plane as profile plane. Then the direction, either we can keep one direction, or we can also click two direction, or we can choose symmetric. But for now we will just keep it as a one direction, because we want to extrude this toward extrude this object towards top, right? So towards top. So we'll keep it as like it is. So the next thing is extend type. Just ignore that. Then we have to provide the dimension. So the dimension, we want to keep it 20 millimeters towards the top. So here it is. You can see the object has been extruded to by 20 millimeters towards top direction. Then taper angle, we don't want to put any taper angle. Actually, I will show you what happened when we put taper angle. See, if I give this angle as 45 degree, here you can see the object has been extended to the edges, the top edges has been extended by 45 degree towards the outside. If I write minus here, it will be extended towards inside. So we don't want to provide angle for here now, so I will just keep it as 0, right? And the operation is always new body, and we'll press OK. So here you can see the moment I had pressed OK, the one more folder has been created with the bodies. Here you can see in the design tree, and this is our body, right? And this body has been created using this sketch, right? So this sketch is also there, but it is turned off for now. So if I want to turn it on, I can turn it on from here, but we don't want to turn it on. I will keep it turned off. So here you can see for now we just want to turn off our origin, because it's coming in between our objects, so it is uh, just not good for our to navigate our 3D model. So I will just turn it off from here. Okay, so the next thing, we'll come back to our sketch and we'll see what we can do that. So the next thing, here you can see that we had two walls, right? If you can see that, we had two walls, right? Here you can see the wall height is 60 millimeter and it is through complete length, right? And so we'll create this sketch on the top of the object, this kind of a sketch. Here you can see this sketch we will create now on the top of the object. So we'll come onto the object here. So since we want to create a sketch on the top of this plane, so just activate the sketch tool, then select the plane on which you want to create your sketch. So instead of selecting the default planes, we can also select the other planes like the objects plane that you had created now. So I will select this top of the object as a plane to create a sketch. So here you can see the moment I had clicked, this plane is active for sketching. Now I have to go to that plane, normal to that plane, to start sketching. So I will click on here to look at, and I will select the plane to go to normal. So here you can see. So it's similar to any other softwares, any other 3D modeling softwares like SolidWorks, UGNX, CATIA, or anything. So the process is almost same. So you just need to understand how we can use the tools correctly. So we will able to make correct 3D models, right? So now we'll create a sketch here. So we'll create one line that will be touching this edge to this edge like this, and then we'll create other line that will be touching like this. So if we see our sketch, it is something like that, right? And then we had this center line. From center it has 80 millimeters apart, and so, and on the other side it is 40 millimeter apart. On this side it is 40 millimeter, and this side it is 80 millimeter. So we'll do that. We'll just provide the dimension from this point to this point, it is 40 millimeters, and from this point it is 80 millimeters. And since both the lines are equal, if you can see the sketch, both the lines are completely equal in all the aspects, like I mean length, the length of these objects are equal. So I can apply the equal constraint between the lines. So I will activate here the equal constraint, and I will select both the lines. So the lines will become equal. So here you can see the lines are equal, but we also have to make sure that the line are equally from divided on both the sides from the origin, right? We want equal distance from both the sides. So we'll activate the dimension tool, and we'll provide one dimension. From this point to this point we want to keep it as a 40, right? So this is how it is. So we had finished this sketch also. So the new sketch that we had created on the top of the object has been renamed as a sketch 2 here. Here you can see, and this is also completely constrained, right? Because everything is black here. Also we had provided all the necessary dimensions. Now we can click on this finish sketch. Either we can click on here finish sketch, or we can also just press enter on not by enter. I can click here also to finish the sketch. Okay, so I will just click on here to finish the sketch. Here you can see the sketch has been finished. Now we'll come to the home view to see the other view. Now this object, this person is having a height of, I will just take the height. The height is having 60 millimeters. So I will just give it a height of 60 millimeters. So I will activate my extrude tool. I will select both the profiles that I want to give it a height of 60 millimeter. Then in the distance here, I will write 60, and here you can see. If I will write minus 60, it will go towards downward, but we don't want to go downward, we want to go upward. So we'll keep it as a positive 60, right? And we'll press OK. But now here you can see that in the first extrude we had chosen operation as new body, right? But now we are choosing the operation as join, because we want this top extrude that we are making and the bottom extrude that we had made, we want both the bodies had joined, right? That's why I had kept this operation as a join. Then I will press OK. So here you can see that we had reached we had created this object at some point of time. Then the only thing left is that if you go to our sketch, we have to make this complete object slant, right? From this end to this end, it is completely slant, right? So at angle, I believe this angle is I don't know this angle actually, but we'll see how much is the angle anyway. So if then when we are seeing this object from the left view, it is something like this. So this person will not be there. So to make that, we have to chamfer these corners, right? So we'll go to this modify option. Here we got our chamfer tools that can chamfer the corners. In the preview itself, you can see that we will able to chamfer any of the corners using this tool. So I will just activate this tool by clicking on the tool, and here we have to make sure that the chamfer is equal distance. So I will keep this equal distance, but we can change later. So now I have to add the edges that I want to chamfer. So I will select both the edges that I want to chamfer, and I just have to drag this cursor this way. Here you can see, but we don't want this chamfer like this. We want this chamfer to be touching up to this point. In this direction it is okay, but at this point it must be touching. So instead of equal distance, we have to use two distance chamfer. So we'll activate this tool, two distance chamfer. In this direction it is already correct, but in this direction we had to increase this dimension. So I will make this 80. So here you can see now it is looking good, right? If we see this view, the side view, it is matching our drawing, right? So I will press OK. So here you can see, based on our 2D drawing, we had created this 3D model. So the major concept in this drawing was like, if I turn on the edges, let me turn on the edges. So here you can see the object. If you see it from the top, it is looking something like this. That is matching our view here. And if we see it from the front, it is looking like this. That is also matching to our view, this view. And if you see from the side, we are looking like this, so that is also matching our view. So we had made this object very correctly by using this sketch. Here the most important thing is that we have to we must have the knowledge about reading the engineering subjects, engineering drawings I mean. You must have knowledge about how we can make isometric projection based on the views, right? If we are already given all the measurements and specifications like front, top and side view, then we will able to create the 3D model based on that. So this is how we had created. So we are finished for now. So I will just click on save here to save this drawing, and we'll press OK. And if we check our data panel, the things has been updated here. Here you can see. So the object 1 has been completed today. So this is our first 3D model. In this 3D model, we had used only three tools, sorry, the sketch tool, the extrude tool and the chamfer tool, right? So we had just used 3 tools and we are able to make such kind of 3D model. So if you guys just understand this process, so just write number 1 in the comment box. So I believe that you don't have any questions for now, and I can move forward for the next object. And I remember in the first video, Raghavendran has commented that I am sweating for you guys. So it's not like that. I'm not sweating for you guys. The reason is because uh, I had in this room I had only the ceiling fan. If I turn on the fan, there will be so much background noise, so you guys will not be able to hear me. That's why I have to keep it turned off. And you know the summers are on the peak here, so the things are like this only. Okay, I can see that the Gopal and the Mukul has commented that right, we can move forward. They don't have any questions. And then Raghavendran is also asking that, sir, is there any tool to section the body? Yes, we had the tool to section the body. Yeah, it is very compared to AutoCAD. It is very easy compared to AutoCAD. So if you want to see this, just the section view. So how we can see the section view? So just go to the inspect tool here, and then we got this section analysis tool, right? So if I activate this tool, and I just have to select the plane along which I want to make my sections. So let's say I want to make section along this plane or this plane. So I will select the plane and I will drag this cursor. So here you can see it is giving me a preview of my section of the object. So at any point of time, even I can provide the dimensions to control the level of section or the depth of section. So this is how we can see our object. If I will press OK here, so the section has been created, and the moment I had pressed OK, so the new section feature has been added to this body, and at the same time a new folder has been created here with a section analysis name. So if I expand it here, so this is the section that I had created. If I turn it from off from here, so we are able to see our full body. If I turn it on from here, we will able to see our section. And at any point of time, if you want to edit this section, just go to here, make a right click and click on edit here, and again just move your section and press OK. So this is how the things are working. So I will just turn it off for now and will save this object. So it's a great question, Raghavendran. And then again, okay guys, okay, I think I don't have any questions for now. So we'll move on to the next object now. So this one is created. Okay, so to create new drawing, either we can go on here or we can click on new design, or the easiest way is to do just click on the plus option here to create new design. So I will click on here the new design. The old one is already open, but new one is also created. Here you can see. So it's really easy, it's really quick. So you just have to click it from here, or just click on this plus option to create new design. If I keep clicking, then there are new drawings has been keep opening, but they are not saved, so I can close it at any time, right? Okay, so this one is open for now. I will just make sure that I will save this drawing first. So I will click on the save here, then I will rename it as object 2, and the location is correct, so I will click on save here. So here you can see the object 2 has been created and it has been saved inside this folder. So we are on the second drawing right now, correct? Okay, so we'll close the data panel from here, and then we'll go to this document setting. Our units are correct, our design history is turned on, and the things are all good. So we are ready to move forward. We had also saved our drawing, so we'll check the second drawing what it is. Yeah, so this is the drawing. Here you can see this drawing is like this is your plan view, this is your front view, and this is your side view. So based on this three view, you have to assume your projection, you have to consider your projection, that what are the things we can make. So if anyone is right now I can see is some 8 or 10 people are watching me. So any of you if you're not subscribed my channel, just go and subscribe, because this is the only way you can support me. So I will just say just go and subscribe. Okay, so we are now in the object 2. Here you can see this is the object 2, and I'm doing this very fast because we are just running out of time, so I have to finish this all the 3 objects today anyhow. So then we'll able to move tomorrow on the some advanced level of modeling. Okay, so I think that that is not a problem for you. My speed is not a problem for you, because you guys are also mechanical engineers, so you will able to get the things faster, I believe, than any other engineers. So okay, so here we are right now. So here you can see this is my object 2. So from the view itself we can figure it out that we had a shape something kind of L shape. Then the L shape is some extension of this portion here, and so it's like this, something like this. So from the figure itself I can first I will try to make this shape here. So this sketch. So I will try to make this sketch. So the first thing I will do, I will create a circle here, then 2 circle here. The one is 40 millimeter diameter, and other is 80 millimeter of diameter. So we'll go back to Fusion 360. We'll click on the sketch. We'll select the plane. This time I'm going to select this front plane, and then I will go to normal to that plane. I will activate the origin. I will select the plane. I will click on look at. If it will not work, then I will do the reverse process. Great. So here you can see. So now I will create 2 circles first here. So I will just create 2 circles randomly. Then I will dimension them. The inside one is 40 millimeter of diameter, and then the outside one is 80 millimeter of diameter. So here you can see I had just created 2 circles, right? So I will just turn off the origin from here for now. Then we'll move on to the sketch. I will just close the object 1 because we are done for it. Then here is the sketch. Then we got this line like this, then this, then this, then this, right? So we'll try to make the sketch similar to this. Then we'll apply the dimensions. So I will just select my line. I will go like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. So it is something like this, right? If I go back to my sketch, I can see that we are correct. Okay, so now the thing is, this one is 60, and then this one is 20, and then this one is 140. Okay, so the first thing is by default here you can see this line is tangent to this circle. If it is not tangent, then you can just apply the tangent constraint, but I will show you. I will just delete this constraint, and so here you can see my line is just able to move anywhere. So I will just apply the constraint. I will activate the constraint tool. I will select the circle and then the line. So here you can see. So before applying the constraint, you have to fix the circle by providing the dimensions. Then only you will be able to apply the constraint. Okay. The next thing is this dimension is 60 millimeter, I believe. So I will just write 60. I will cross check it again. Yeah, it's 60. Then this 20 and 140. Okay. and then this one is 20, so we'll just write 20, and I will make sure that this line is on the line of this origin, right? In the figure itself you can see that this line is matching to the center line of this circle. So to do that, what we can do, we can just apply this constraint, horizontal vertical constraint, and we can select this origin and this point. So this way they are both on this vertical position, or same vertical position. So applying that constraint, I'm able to relocate that line, so it is on correct position for now. So I will just write the dimension here, that is I believe 140. Cool. So we had created 140, and then we will try to check whether we had the angle or something like that. Okay, so we don't have this angle, so I will delete this line for now. Or what we can do, from this drawing itself we can figure it out that this angle is at 45-degree angle. So here you can see this one is 140, right, and this one is 60. So this length comes 80, right, the horizontal length. And in the similar manner, here you can see this length is coming also 80, right? Since here you can see this is 80 and this is 20, so 100. So if 100 minus 20, 80, so this means this angle is at 45-degree angle. So this is just a simple maths I'm applying here. So I will just specify the angle. I will select this line and this line. I want this angle as 45. I will write like this. Okay, and we are done. I will just, yeah, we are done. I will click on this finish sketch. Oh, I just missed one thing, so I will just go back to sketch again, make a right click and edit a sketch from here. Then what I will do, I have to, just a second, I will check the sketch again. I have to trim down this circle portion here. So I will just trim down this circle portion. For that I will activate the trim tool and I will trim that portion. So here it is. I will click on the finish sketch. Here you can see my sketch is completely constrained. The lock icon here you can see, and we have provided all the dimensions and the features. Now we are ready to click on this finish sketch here. So we have click on finish sketch here, and if I go to our home view, so this is our sketch, right? Now we are ready to extrude this sketch. So if I go back to my thing, here you can see we have to extrude this complete portion by 20 millimeters, right? The thickness you can see from the top view, this is 20 millimeters. So I'm going to extrude this portion by 20 millimeters. So I will activate my extrude tool. I will select this profile, but I'm not going to select this circle because we don't want this hole uh, right there in the drawing, right? Here you can see we want this hole. So we'll keep it like that, and I will just drag it by 20 millimeters. Either I can put minus 20 or plus 20, because here both of the things will work. So we can write plus 20, it's better always, and we'll press OK. So here you can see the one view I had already created. Now we have to move on to the other view. So we have to create few more sketches here. So for that, what we can do, we'll just select this plane here and we'll click on this sketch, or we can activate this create a sketch and we'll select this plane as a sketch plane. No, it's not like that. What I will do, I will just go back to my sketch and will add few more features. So I will select the sketch, will make a right click and click on this edit sketch here, and we'll add one more thing here. Here you can see in the drawing there is a line that is like this, right? Can you see that, this line? Yeah, so we have to make this line, and the line length is, here you can see from the top the projection of this line. So this is completely, here you can see the radius is 40, so this must be 80 millimeters in the diameter. So the length of this line must be 80 millimeters and the height is 20. So this line we have to create now in the sketch. So I will just come over here, I will create a line like this and this. Here you can see, and I will specify the dimensions. Like this one I want 80 millimeters, and this is already 20 millimeters, because from this point to this point this 20 is defined already. So now we are done. We'll click on this finish sketch, and we'll now we want that sketch, so I will just turn it back on. So here you can see my sketch is again turned back on. Now I'm going to extrude this portion towards perpendicular to this plane. So I will see how much we have to extrude. So we have to extrude 80 millimeter length from the side view itself. You can see that we have to extrude 80 millimeter. So I will activate the extrude tool, will select the that profile, and will drag it towards like this by minus 80 millimeter, right? And we'll press OK. So this time we are keeping operation as joint because we want both the body as joint body. So what is the difference between joint and new body? So let's see. This is my body folder, and right now you can see we had this body one already created, right? And now if I extrude this body as a new body again, what it will happen is it will create another body. So this body and this body is both are separate body. Here you can see that, but we want both of them as joint body. We don't want them as separate. So it's like union of the two bodies. So to do that, we always have to keep this option turned on, join operation. So this way there will be only single body, so both the bodies are connected, right? So this is the right way actually. Now we can turn off the sketch to get a better visualization. So the next thing we have to do is we'll come back to our sketch. We have to apply the radius here of 40 millimeters. Then we have to create a hole here of 40 millimeters. So before first we'll apply the radius. We'll go to modify here. We'll select this plane. We'll click on a sketch here, or we can activate the sketch tool. We'll select the plane, right? So this plane is ready to activate the sketch. We'll go to normal to data plane, and then first we'll create a circle here of 40 millimeter diameter. Then I will create another circle here with the same center like this. Now I will specify the dimension. This one is 40 and this one is 80, right? And then this circle must be touching to this line, this edge of the object. So I will apply this tangent constraint, and I will select the edge, and from this direction also it must be touching. So here you can see now it is constrained, right? Now we'll click on this finish the sketch since our sketch is done, and now we just have to extrude it. But this time instead of adding the material, we are going to subtract these portions, these three portions, and I will just drag it. Instead of dragging towards, if I drag it towards upward, it will add up the material, but if I drag it towards the downward, it will automatically subtract the material. And the operation here you can see it is already selecting as cut, right? So software is very intelligent. You just have to do your operations, and the software will automatically decide that what operations we are trying to do. So instead of minus 25, we just want to make it 20. So I will write 20 here and we'll press OK. So here you can see, so our object has been created. This is the body 2 here. I will just save this object, and I will just cross check it with my sketch. I will go to the front view and will try to see whether it's correct or not. So here you can see it is something like this. So yeah, it is something like that. Then we'll go to the top view. It is something looking like this. So here you can see it is something like this. And then if I go to the side view, it must be L shape, right? So it is like this. So yes, we had corrected in a very right manner, in a very right fashion, and it was very really quick also. So this is simple. This was very simple model, but yeah, we got the idea that how we can proceed, right? We got all the history recorded here at the bottom. If you want any of the things here, we can just come over here and we can change the extrude height if you want to. We can just change it like this. The thickness has been changed, or if you want to change this extrude height, we can just make it 80 or something like that instead of sorry, I mean minus 80. So it will be got extended. And if you want to change this thing also, we can just change it. If you want to add up the material, we can add also. Just have to change the join here and like this. So you can see we got full control of our design just on the portion here. So we can just come over here on the design history, and we can change the things accordingly, the result we want. So I will just press Ctrl J to undo the things. So yeah, here it is. So the things has been saved now, and we are just finished with the object too. So if you have any comments related to this modeling process, just comment in the comment box, uh, or just write 2 number in the comment box. So I got that. Okay, you guys don't have any comments, so I will move forward on the third object. So in this modeling process, we had used the tools like we had used the sketching tool, then we had used the extrude tool, but instead of extrude we added the material in the last object, but in this object we had subtracted the material, right, using the same tool. So it is completely on the direction in which we want to move our extrusion, right? So this was the one of the most simplest object that we did. So just waiting for your comments, guys. Just write number 2 in the comment box if you don't have any questions. If you have any questions, just put on your comments. So otherwise I will just move forward on my third object. And the third is also very simple, don't worry about that. Yes, Gopal, it is the that's why I told you the Fusion 360 is very easy to learn. The most important thing is you don't need a high configuration system PC or laptop. You just need a normal PC or laptop, and you can just get started. You can enjoy the software. Also, it's free for 1 year, so it's also a good thing, right? We can just start learning this software, because other softwares, you have to use the latest version of the software. You have to have very strong system and all these things, so it's not possible for everyone to buy new PC with a strong configuration and the things like that. So that's why I prefer to teach Fusion 360, because every time you will get the updated version. Every time if you install, you will get the updated version, or it will automatically get updated in the background when you are working or when you are connected to the internet. So that really makes easy for all of us to go along with the software. So okay, I can see that yeah, the drawings are very simple. I already tell you, but you know what? These are the projects actually. These are very simple projects, but I had worked on these projects. Someone who is reading in some universities in UK, I believe, and he has some assignments in his college that has to be completed in Fusion 360, and he has asked me to whether I can help with him with this assignment or not. So I had helped with him with his assignment, and it was not free. I got paid for that, and it was a decent amount. So yeah, they were very simple model, but I was able to make money using these models. So it's all because of I know Fusion 360, how to use this software, and I had confidence in it. I can see that Suresh Rokade is asking that how much cost of this license copy. So Suresh, you can just go to the Fusion 360 website, and you can see the what are the subscription plan they have, because I told you it's a cloud-based software, so they had the subscription plan. You will not be able to buy this software for the lifetime. You can subscribe it for the 1 year or 2 year or things like that. So you can go and check out. I think the 1 year cost is around 15,000, in between 10 to 15,000, or maybe a little bit more, I don't know, because the offers are coming. In the offers they're also giving this software for just 10,000 or something like that. So for 1 year license, uh, but the offers are not active these days. So you can just go and check out on the Autodesk website. Just write Fusion 360 prices or the subscription plan, and you will be able to get your answers. So okay guys, so we'll move on to the third object now. So I will just click on here to the new design, and we are in new drawing space right now. So I will just open my data panel from here. I will save my drawing with the name object 3. Same process that we did for the earlier, and just in the same folder. On the third folder I will click on the save here. So here you can see we had just saved our third object in the folder. So if you have any questions, guys, you can just keep asking, because I'm live now. I can see your questions. I will keep trying you to answer all of your questions on this session only. So since we are already running out of time, it's not a good idea to answer the questions on the last, or ask the question in the last. Just keep asking whatever it's coming in on your mind. Yes, that's why Mukul, I told you that yes, I'm giving assignments that you can practice on the Discord channel that I had already suggested, and the link is also to join the Discord channel in the description in the video below. You can just go and subscribe. Join the Discord channel, and there I will be keep posting the assignments and the things, all the things related to Fusion 360. Since it's a Fusion 360 group I had created on Discord channel, so it's really easy to manage the things on Discord. So just come and join there, and yeah, you can access all the assignments there also. It's completely free of course. That you don't have to pay anything. You don't have to pay anything to create account on Discord. It's all free. It's like a WhatsApp. It's like WhatsApp but with more features. where it's really easy to collaborate with peoples, with large number of people or community. Okay, so I had just saved the object 3 here, and you can see, and if I move on to the sketch here you can see this is my object. Oh, it's written object 4 here, so just ignore it, consider it as a object 3. So you can see this is the drawing that we are going to create. So before getting started, we'll just decide the base. So here you can see we had a base of 120 by 80 millimeters with a one corner chamfered at 45-degree angle, right? So we'll just create a simple sketch like this right now in our Fusion 360. So we'll activate the sketch tool from here. Raghavendran is asking, sir, can we assemble and simulate big designs like engines and simulate them? Yes, this is the main purpose of Fusion 360, that you can design the big assemblies and simulate them inside Fusion 360. That's why you got all the design spaces here inside this animation workspace. You can animate your designs and see how the assemblies are interacting together, how the parts are interacting together. So there is a special workspace for the animation things you got in Fusion 360. So these are the things you will able to create in Fusion 360. And if you just want to see the preview that what are the things you can do, you can just uh, check out my website. I will just give you my website where I had few of my work of related to Fusion 360. And just a second, I'm just opening that. So here you can see the guys, this is my website, and if you go to the portfolio page, you will able to see my work that I had did in inside Fusion 360. So here you can see these are all my work related to Fusion 360. And if I click on this load more here, since it is connected to my Instagram page, so you can see all of my work related to projects that I'm doing, the projects that I'm working. And one here you can see assembly that I had created and animated in Fusion 360. So yeah, it's possible to create your animations inside Fusion 360 and simulate them. So here you can see this is the project I had worked earlier on for one of my client, and it's actually a squeezer, uh, not it's a pillar, garlic press. It's called garlic press actually. So this is the equipment I had designed. It's a kitchen equipment. So, and this animation has been made inside the Fusion 360. So this is a very simple animation, but you can go and explore and see. Even you will able to create much complex animation with so lots of number of parts. Then Suresh is asking that CAM is available. Yes, CAM is available if you have, or on a student license, or on a startup license. If you had some limitations, but CAM is also available. If you move back to our Fusion 360, if I go to the design and manufacture workspace, so here you can see this is completely CAM workspace where you can design your parts. When your parts are designed in 3D, then you can just prepare it for the CNC machining. You can prepare the G codes and things like that. I mean, all the pre-processing thing you can do inside this workspace. So now we are back to our object 3. We'll just change the workspace to design, and we'll start our drawing. So I was talking about the how much is the base size. So it's 120 by 80. So I will just create a rectangle here. So I will activate the tool from create a sketch here. Then I will select the plane, top plane, and I will go normal to that plane by activating the origin like this. Yes, and then I will create a rectangle, center rectangle from here, and I will select the center point and I will drag the rectangle. So this way I had created a rectangle, very simple rectangle. So I will just specify the dimension. I forget the dimension. It's 120 by 80, right? So I will just write 120 and the other side is just 80. Here you can see the rectangle has been created. Then I also have to create this corner slanted at 45-degree angle, but this time I will not create that angle for now. I will just leave it like this, and will click on this finish sketch, and I will go to home view to see it in a 3D position. I will turn off the origin from here. We don't need the origin to be visible all the time. It is just needed in the starting of the drawing. Then we will extrude this portion. I will activate the tool. I will select the profile and I will drag it towards the top. And how much we have to extrude? So here you can see the extrusion height is just 20 millimeters. So I will just give it a height of 20 millimeter instead of 50. Just change it to 20 and we are done. Yeah. And now we want this corner to be slanted at 45-degree angle, right? And the distance is 40 millimeters. So 45-degree, 40 means this is also 40 and this is also 40. So the horizontal and vertical both is 40. If you know the maths, you can just find it out. So I will just go to chamfer here, and I will select this edge I want to chamfer, and instead of 2 distance I want equal distance, so both are 45. I will just drag and write 45. Here you can see, if I will press OK, this person has been created. If I go to top view, there you can see this is my top view, something like this. Then we had something, this person, this is 20 by 60, that will create, and then we had this person, right? So we'll create these two sketches, these two rectangle, 20 by 60 and 100 by 20. So I will go to my home view. So on this plane we are going to create new sketch. So I will select the plane and I will click on this create a sketch. So here you can see the tool has been active on the top. This means that a sketch environment is active on this plane, on the top plane. So I will go normal to that plane. Yes. So the orientation is not correct, so I can rotate it from here. I told you from view cube we can rotate the things. So I can just click on these arrows to rotate the things. So now the orientation is correct. Now I will use the rectangle tool from here, this 2-point rectangle. Either I can activate it from here, or I can go to this create option, and inside this rectangle I can just activate my 2-point rectangle from here. Here you can see I can select the corners, I can drag it like this, then I can select the corners, I can drag it like this. Then I will dimension both the rectangles. I will just follow this drawing, the 20 by 60 and 100 by 20. So I will just write 20 here, and I will write 60 here, and I will write 20 here, and then I will write 100 here. Here you can see, if I will again cross check it, yes, it is correct. So I will check out the sketch also. A sketch is also constrained, and I will click on this finish a sketch from here. Since we are done with the sketching, I will click on the finish a sketch. We'll go to the home view, and here you can see now what we have to do, we have to give it a height. So here you can see this portion is just having a height of 20 millimeter. Here you can see on the side view, if you see this object from this direction, we can see it has just 20 millimeter height, but on the other side it has 60 millimeter height. So I will give height on both the directions. So we'll use the extrude tool 2 times. For the first time I will just give 20 and will press OK, and for the second so the sketch is turned off for now, so I will just turn it back on again to select the profile, and again I will activate the extrude tool, will select the profile, and this time I will write 60. Is it 60? Yeah, is it 60? So I will just press OK. So here you can see these are the two portions I had created. I will turn off the sketch, and then this corner is at a particular angle, it's chamfered, right? Here you can see it is chamfered, right? So what is the chamfer distance, we don't know, but we know that this is 60, right? So this the remaining length must be 40 because the total is 100, right? So we'll activate our chamfer tool from here, and instead of equal distance we'll change it to true distance. We'll select the corner that we want to chamfer. Here you can see in this distance we want to go 40, so I will just write 40, and in this distance we want to go up to the bottom length, so we'll just drag and see, yeah, it's 60. So I will just press OK, it's correct now, and we'll press OK. So here you can see this chamfer has been created. Then we'll move back to our sketch, and the next thing is just this small square hole we have to create on this wall, right? And here you can see it's 20 millimeter distant from both the direction, and also 20 millimeter of square. So we have to create the hole here on this wall. So I will just select the face, and I will click on this create a sketch here. So here you can see that face has been activated to create a sketch. So now I will just come over here, come to rectangle, and I will activate this center rectangle, and I will create a rectangle like this. So you don't need to go normal to the plane every time to create a sketch. Even you can create the sketch in your 3D view also. Since I had activated this plane as a sketch plane, so whatever we are creating will be created on this plane only. Okay, so here you can see this we had created. Then we activate the dimension tool, then we'll specify the dimensions. So this is 20 from this side, and this is 20 from the top also. Okay, and the next thing is we'll apply the equal constraint on both the edges, because both the edges are equal, since it's a square, and I will specify any of the edge, so both will become 20. Here you can see, now you can see that our sketch is constrained because this is the only sketch we had created, and we had defined that completely. Even though we had defined this sketch from any of the corner, and also we had defined the size of this square, so it is completely defined. Now we can just click on this finish sketch, and then we can use the extrude tool again, and I will select the object and I will drag it towards opposite direction to make a cut. Here you can see it's very simple. So with the wall thickness is just 20, so instead of 25 I will just write minus 20 and I will press OK. By operation, it is, you can see that it has already selected cut because the software is very intelligent. So I will just press OK, and here you can see we had made a cut. So this was very easy. We had just finished this model also. It was the fastest modeling I think we had done, and it was the easiest model. So it was looking very complex between all the three, but it was one of the easiest model. So if you just go to the front view, you can see it will look something like this, and if I go to the other view, it will look something like this, and if I go to the top view, it will look something like this. Just rotate it, yeah, like this. Here you can see. So yes, we had completed this model also. Just click on the save on the last, so the things will get saved, and we got all the design history here. And if I will check my unit from here, it's all are in millimeter. The sketch that we had created, all the sketches are constrained. Here you can see the log icons. Since all of them are turned off, we can just also turn it on back, but the things will look complex here in the design. So for the visualization purpose, I just kept it turned off. Then inside this body folder, we just got one body because every time we had kept the operation as join. So whenever I performed the extrude operations, I just kept the operation as join. That's why it's just a single body. I will just double click on the body, not double click, and triple click. Okay, so every time if you want to rename your body, just triple click and rename the body object 3. And in a similar manner, if you want to change the sketch also, the name of the sketch, you can just double click and you will able to change the sketch name of the sketch. But don't press quick double click, just single click and then double click, and then you will able to change the name of the sketch also. But we are not going to do that because by default they are already giving the good names. So I will just leave it like this. And if you want to see the section, just go to the inspector, activate the section analysis, and let's say I want to see the section along this plane. So I will just select the plane and I will drag it to see the section along this plane. If I press OK, the section has been created, and even I can turn it off if you don't want to see, and I can turn it back on if I want to see. If I want to edit, just make a right click and click on the edit here. Okay, I will just turn it off for now. Then we got this measure tool here. Inside this inspect option, we got measure tool. If you want to measure any of the small distance, edge, or uh, anything that you want to measure, you can just come over here and click on the measure. You can just select that edge and it will highlight the length of the object, right? Here you can see this length is 63.64 millimeter. Even if you want to measure between two edges, then you can just go over here, activate the tool, then select the edges, and it will give you the distance 60 millimeters. Here you can see the distance is 60 millimeter between these two edges. So this way you can check out your designs also. uh, Okay, Vishnu is asking that how we can create 3D sketches. So yes, Vishnu, I will explain all the 3D sketches concept tomorrow, but not today because that is a little bit kind of advanced thing. Once you will understand all about the planes and the things like that, then only you will be able to create 3D sketches. So I'm not going to do this today because if I do this today, the things will get more complex and you will not be able to get that, because 3D sketch is not very tough. It's also very simple. You just have to activate one of the option inside this Fusion 360 and you will able to move 3D sketches inside your plane, because uh, uh, the guys who are just new to this Fusion 360, for them I wanted to tell you that 3D sketch is something that you can create along two planes. Right now you can see whatever the sketch we are creating is just on a single plane, right? Either on the top plane, either on the front plane, but it's on a single plane. But 3D sketch is actually we can create any line between two planes, like the one point is on xy plane and one point is on yz plane, then we can connect those points by a line or by a curve. So that is called 3D sketch. So that we will discuss tomorrow, because tomorrow will be little bit advanced modeling process. We'll be talking about surfacing, we'll talking about the free form tool, that is a kind of clay forming tool, and we'll also talk about little bit about the 3D sketch option. So if anyhow I'm just missing this these things to discuss, just you guys just remind me tomorrow. So I think today we are already running out of time. So we have just completed 3 of the models, and here you can see the object 1, object 2, and object 3. Both, all of them were very simple. They were very easy to create, and they're all saved in our design folder. Here you can see. So the versions are also there. If I want to promote any of the older versions, I can do that clicking on here. But all the 3 are final for now, so I'm not going to promote any of the older version. Okay. So if you want to get the design file for this, to practice this drawing or design, just go to the Discord channel. I will be uploading inside the assignment. If you just, I will just show you my Discord. Here you can see this is my Discord channel, and this is Fusion 360. So inside the Fusion 360 assignment page, I had already uploaded few of the design. Here you can see, and I had also given deadlines, and I can see that Mukul has already finished few of the designs, and yeah, Gopal is also active there. So yeah, you can, I will upload all the assignments here. I will put all the assignments here, and you can just, guys can come over here and practice the things. Okay, so I think we are finished. We are done for the today's session. If you have any questions, just comment in the comment box, so I will able to answer those right now. I'm just giving you 5 minutes. So if all good, then I will be finishing up this session. So if all good, then just write finish on the comment box. Either you can just put your comments or any questions if you have. So I'm waiting for your questions. The only way to understand all these video tutorials to practice. There is no other mean you will learn. By watching, you will just get the idea, but by doing, you will able to learn. Yes, the Gopal has asked very good questions, that which one we should be learning, like SolidWorks or Fusion 360. So yeah, also Raghavendra is asking that how to measure angle. So I will answer both of the things. So here you can see, if I want to measure angle between this plane and this plane, so how we can do that? We will go to inspect, we'll activate the tool, we'll select this plane and this plane, and it will give me the angle, right? It's the quickest process to measure the angle. Then we'll move to the Gopal questions, that which should we learn, whether SolidWorks or Fusion 360. So yeah, uh, if you guys are in the industry, you can see that how the technology is improving, right? Earlier we were using hand drafting, right? No one was doing CAD and all these things. But when CAD came into the market, came into the picture, the people started learning CAD. People has started ignoring the hand drawings and all these things. They are still in the market, but not on that level that was on the earlier days. So the industry has moved to the CAD. They are not doing the hand drafting. And when the CAD has started, we had started learning AutoCAD. That was our first software, and we were started drafting, doing drafting in the AutoCAD software, and the industry was working like that. And after few days, after few years, the technology has again improved, and the SolidWorks came into picture, right? And everyone was using SolidWorks, and those who are not having knowledge of SolidWorks, just having knowledge of AutoCAD 2D, they are like considered as old candidates. Means they are not getting preference in the job, they are not getting good hikes, they are not getting promotions and all these things, because those who are having knowledge about 3D modeling software, they are able to create appealing designs and good things. So this is how the technology has changed. And now at the recent time, the technology is like, we have to use the software that where we can collaborate remotely, like not only remotely, the things are changing, the situation, we don't know how the world is going to be after 3 or 5 years. But Fusion 360 is the future of these CAD softwares. Why I'm saying that? Because first thing is, since you can operate this software on any of the PC, right? You can just log in inside any of your PC, and you will start using Fusion 360. You don't need a very high set of files and everything. That is what very necessary in SolidWorks. Second thing, that we got freedom. We don't need a very high PC, we don't need a very uh, high configuration PC or high configuration desktop to run this software. So this is the second thing. In case of SolidWorks, we always need a good configuration PC to handle large assemblies, but in Fusion 360 but in case of Fusion 360 we don't need high configuration PC. And the third thing is definitely the price. Since the Fusion 360 price is very less for the yearly subscription, so companies has, the small companies, startups and other things like that, even the big companies has started taking license for Fusion 360 because they, it is very less compared to SolidWorks. So maybe in the coming future the Fusion 360 will take over to the SolidWorks. I'm not guaranteed that, but yeah, it, there is the possibility because this is the software for the future. So every time whenever their technology is changing, we have to get updated. I'm not saying that you don't stop learning SolidWorks is also good software. If you want to work in the industry, you must have knowledge of SolidWorks, because almost all of the companies are using in India, they are using SolidWorks. But if you're considering yourself as a future engineer, future CAD engineer, future mechanical design engineer, then you also have to be knowledgeable about Fusion 360, because this will change the game of this industry. This is a cloud-based CAD CAM software. The every features, like from starting of your design, product design phase, to preparing the files for your 3D printing, preparing your files for the CNC machining, you're preparing your marketing materials like rendering, preparing your animations. You got all the things inside a single software. You don't need to go anywhere else to do all these things. You can just finish all the things inside this all these workspaces. Even you can do the simulations. That is also getting updated day by day. So it is not just a software, it's a complete package for a mechanical engineer. That's why I will prefer uh, Fusion 360 over SolidWorks. So I'm not saying that don't learn SolidWorks. Yeah, you go and learn SolidWorks. That is also a good tool, but there are lots of limitations in that tool. Maybe they are in the near future they will be coming up with the new idea. Maybe some upgraded version of the tool. But for now, I believe the Fusion 360 is the best tool. So I think I had answered your question. Yeah, yes, Raghavendra. Yes, we can collaborate with our team. Yeah, this is also one of the features. So thanks for the adding. So any questions? Any more questions, guys? Okay, I think you guys don't have any questions for now. And if you have any questions, just comment in the video or come to the Discord channel. We'll discuss this any of the things later. So it's on you. So I for today I'm just wrapping up the sessions for today. So thank you guys, thank you so much for joining, and we will be doing the same tomorrow, but little bit on an advanced level. So if you just want to come and explore, you can just come. Otherwise my timings are fixed. I will be coming and doing my part of work. It's on you that if you want to be a part, that will be great. Thank you so much guys. Again, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate your effort. Thank you so much. See you today, tomorrow, I mean tomorrow. Thank you.